Hi, welcome to Astrobabble. I'm Donna from Donna B Astrology.
And I'm Linda from Scullywag Astrology.
Today we're going to be talking about why the ascendant makes so much sense to read from and how it plays the importance in your chart in any natal chart.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got a little presentation here that we'll want to walk through, and we hope it makes it a little bit more understandable for you.
Linda did a great job at this presentation. She did all the slideshows, so hopefully this will explain it a lot. Why it's important for in your natal chart, why your ascendant is important. That's the key. That time, that when the thing started, whether it's a birth, a city, anything.
Yeah, not just people. It can be cities, companies, all sorts of things.
Events.
And if you have any questions, please feel free, leave a comment. We're more than happy to help. So yeah, let's get started. So basically, your ascendant sets the tone for the whole chart. Your natal chart, this is just an astrology chart here. You can see it's a bit like a pizza pie. It's split into 12 pieces, and you can see the numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. You can see the houses go anti-clockwise. But the first house is the ascendant, and that's round about the 9 o'clock position. So Donna, did you want to tell us a little bit about the first house?
The first house is where exactly, if you were to look east at the time of the event starting, that is exactly what is rising at the time of the event. So in a birth chart, this would signify what planets, stars, asteroids, anything is rising at the time that you are born. First house has a lot to do with yourself, so that's where everything kind of starts, and it signifies everything about the individual, your vitality, your appearance, your personality, all those kinds of things.
Yeah. And then the second house, which is just here, this is the house of your income, your personal finances, and your resources.
And then the third house has it has a lot to do with your siblings, short courses, early education, short distance travel, and your local area.
And then the fourth house, this is associated with the parents, your home, your homeland, your heritage, living situation, and real estate matters.
And then the fifth house is going to have a lot to do with your children, creativity, romance, sports, hobbies, and what you do for fun. So, concerts, those kinds of things are all signified by the fifth house.
Yeah, it's a fun house. And the sixth house is not such a fun house. It's the house of illness. It's service to others. So sometimes people who have careers like doctors, nurses, that sort of thing, quite often have planets in the sixth. It's also employees or subordinates, and pets, or pets up to a certain size. I think it's, you can't ride them or something, isn't it, Donna? Like horses are 12th house.
If you can pick it up, yeah. So yeah, if you can pick it up, it's your sixth house. If you can't pick it up, it's your 12th house.
Oh yeah.
The seventh house is partners and committed relationships, romantic and business, close friends, and client relationships. So it's whatever you have, the committed relationships that you have one-on-one is signified by the seventh house.
I forgot to put in there, what is it? Known enemies.
Known enemies, yes.
And the eighth house. So the eighth house is another fun house. It's other people's money. So this can include things like inheritances, debts, shared finances and resources, loans, taxes, insurances. Yeah, so, and death. As I quite often like to remind people, but usually it's not death. Usually it's these boring money matters.
Right. Yeah. Your planets go around that death house many times in a lifetime, and it doesn't mean that it's going to hit it or you're going to die. Yeah. It's just a house of transformation, the house of where changes happen.
Yeah.
The ninth house is all about foreigners and long distance travel, religion, beliefs, the esoteric studies, law, publishing, and higher education.
Mhm. And then we have the 10th house, which is associated with career. It's also authorities, it's honors and rewards, and it's public reputation. So quite often you might have some planets there if you're doing something, if you're getting a lot of attention, if you're getting married, if you're having a baby. Yes, a baby would be 5th house, but you know, there might be something happening in the 10th house too, because you know, you're in the spotlight.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the new one with the little one coming
Yeah.
to wherever you go. Yeah, and the 11th house is dedicated to groups, your associations, friends, organizations, allies, hopes and dreams. This all resides in the 11th house.
Yeah, nice house, the 11th. And then we have the 12th, which is our undoing. It's secret and hidden manners, it's addictions, it's places of confinement like hospitals or jail, prisons, monasteries. It's also places of seclusion. So, yeah. And the reason we ran through this, and you're kind of like, what has this got to do with the ascendant? It's because if I want to write a horoscope for Aries, I put Aries on the ascendant. That determines where the planets are. If the planet's in Cancer, and I'm reading from a Scorpio ascendant, like we are here, then Cancer is going to be in the 9th house. But if I read from an Aries, Cancer is going to be in the 4th house. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've just run through that so that you've got an idea of what all those houses mean, but we're going to show you what it actually means for Donna's chart and my chart if we were to read our sun, moon, or ascendant sign.
Right. When you're born, the planets are all in one spot. They're not ever, ever, ever going to move from your natal chart from that one spot.
So there's 360 degrees to a circle. There's 360 degrees to an astrology chart. We've got 12 signs, each of 30 degrees each. So it takes about 2 hours approximately for the ascendant sign to change. So it will go through all the signs in a day. So it depends when you were born, what time of day or night, where the sun is likely to be in your chart. So Donna, do you want to talk about if you were born close to dawn?
So if you were born close to dawn, the sun's going to be in your 1st house.
Or close to it. It might be very late in the 12th.
Or close, yeah.
In this scenario, if you were a Scorpio sun and you were born at
dawn,
round about dawn, well, then the sun would be possibly in the 1st or the 12th house.
Right.
And in this example, we're still a Scorpio sun, but you're born close to midday. So it's round about in the 10th house. Now, there's a thing called the MC, which is kind of the highest point of heaven. But depending on what latitude you're at, you know, really, really high latitudes or really, really low latitudes, it can be a little bit different. I once did a chart for a lady who was born in Estonia, like way up high. She had her MC in the 12th house. But the MC is kind of similar to the ascendant. It's one of the chart points and it represents like the highest point. For a lot of people, it will be very close to the 10th house, but some people have the 9th or the 11th. And then you do have exceptions like that lady with the 12th. And I assume some people must have it in the 7th. But if you were a Scorpio sun who's born close to, say, midday, your sun's quite possibly going to be up here in the 10th house. So if you're reading Scorpio horoscopes, you're going to run into problems because you can see it's, you know, 1, 2, 3 houses out. If we're putting Scorpio here on the ascendant, it's just not right.
It's going to be off. It's going to make a difference on where the midheaven is positioned.
Well, and all the houses, you know, because when we read a Scorpio horoscope, or when we, decipher a Scorpio horoscope, we're putting, in essence, we're putting Scorpio on the ascendant. But your ascendant, in this case, is possibly an Aquarius. So it's all out of whack.
So if you were born closer to the evening where the sun is just about to set, because the sun rises in the east and then it goes up to the midheaven and then it sets in the west. When you were born and the sun is close to setting, that's where the sun will be, and the descendant.
Yeah. The ascendant is on the
Eastern horizon.
Yeah, which actually looks like it's on the west. And the descendant, which is always exactly the same degree but opposite, is on the western horizon, which looks like it's on the east. And it might
For the
be
3
in the
o'clock
6th
position.
house. Yeah,
The
exactly.
3 o'clock
Exactly.
position.
And then if you're like me, you're born close to midnight, your sun's probably going to be down in the 4th house, maybe the 3rd or 5th house, depending on what time of night you were born. But, we've got our Scorpio sun person here, and they're born close to midnight, so the sun's down here. And you can see, they're a Leo ascendant, so it's going to be quite off for them.
Right. So the time of day changes all those houses depending on if you were born in the morning, midheaven, the evening, or closer to midnight. It changes the houses dramatically within one course of one day.
Yeah. I'm just going to go back for a minute. If we had 4 kids all born on the same day and they're all Scorpio suns, the one born at dawn is going to have a Scorpio, well, we're going to say he's going to have a Scorpio ascendant. The one born at midday is possibly going to have an Aquarius ascendant. The one born at dusk is going to have perhaps a Taurus ascendant. And the one born at midnight might have a Leo ascendant.
Right. I like that animation there. It does change throughout the day.
Okay, so this is Donna's chart. So you can see that she's a Scorpio sun. She's born close to evening and we know that because her sun's in the 7th house. Here's the descendant, that marks dusk. And she's a Cancer moon in the 3rd house. So she is a Taurus ascendant. So we would recommend that Donna, if she's going to read horoscopes or listen to horoscopes, that she listen to the Taurus one, because it will fit in with everything with her, not her Scorpio sun, not her Cancer moon. And we'll show you why in a minute. So in all these following examples, we're going to use the new moon in Leo, which was the 28th of July, 2022, and it was at 5 degrees Leo 38. So if Donna wanted to know what this new moon meant for her, she would open her software and look at it. And you can see that it's down here in her 4th house. So what would that mean, Donna?
Well, that's going to be the 4th house matters of parents and my lineage and, where I come from, my homeland.
Yeah. And it would be new beginnings and new seeds being planted regarding those matters because it's a new moon. But as we said, Donna's a Scorpio sun. And, if she's going to read a Scorpio horoscope, this is what the chart looks like, that the person that's writing or telling you about the horoscope for the new moon, it has Scorpio on the ascendant, and it actually puts the full moon in the 10th house. And what's the 10th house about?
Which is not anything that has, well, it does have what I'm known about. It's about your career, the 10th house, or where you are and how society, places you or what you are known for in society. And that really doesn't have a lot to do with the 4th house issues, which is where the new moon is.
Yeah. And if Donna were to read the Cancer horoscope, Well, we've got Cancer on the ascendant here, and we've got the new moon in the second.
So that new moon, it's going to have, it's trying to speak to my finances, and that's really not where the new moon is falling. It's falling in the fourth house. So I'm going to be misled if I'm reading my moon sign,
Yeah.
thinking that it's going to have a lot to do with finances, and that would make it off.
And if she were to read Taurus, which is her ascendant, you can see that the sun and moon, the new moon, is down here in her fourth house, which is exactly what happens here when we put it against her natal chart. So they match up.
Right. So that's exactly where it's at in the fourth house. And it matches up perfectly if you use your ascendant, where with Linda's natal chart on the inside.
Yeah.
Where is her sun? She said that she was born closer to around midnight. So we're going to look right there in the fourth house, because that's the middle part of the night, where the upper part is the middle part of the day. The bottom part is the middle part of the night. So we can kind of guess that sun will likely be in the fourth or the third, because she was born closer to around midnight.
Mm-hmm. And I've got my moon in Scorpio, so I'll show that too. Yep. And actually, this is the advanced little bit I wanted to show. All these charts that I show are set for the full moon that we had. You can see they're all at 5 degrees Leo, 38. But this one is set for Brisbane, so it has the ascendant. So at the time of the full moon, which in Brisbane was about 3:55 a.m., it has a 25-degree Gemini ascendant, whereas in Detroit, it had a Scorpio ascendant. Exact same time, different times because the time zones, but the exact same time, the exact planetary positions, but because we're in different locales, different ascendants.
Yeah, that is a very interesting and clear example of what happens when you are in the United States, northern United States, and you are way down in Australia, totally opposite side of the world. And
different
also
hemisphere.
that latitude change as well.
So yeah, as we said, I'm an Aries sun. So if I read, well, you can see here, lucky me, this new moon in Leo, new beginnings, and that is in my 8th house. So it's other people's money, it's taxes and inheritances, or what else? Death, or
right, other people's money, where the transformation happens.
Yeah, could be a partner's money, but yeah, it tends to be about finances. It can be loans and debts. It's often a difficult house. It can also be worry and anxiety. So yeah, so that's where the new moon is happening for me. So I was like, what's this new moon going to do for me? I look at my chart, put the transit on the outside, I can see it's 8th house. But if I put up an Aries ascendant, if I read my sun sign, where is it? It's in the 5th.
It's going to mislead you.
Oh yeah.
Or you're thinking, oh, fun times, or something's going to happen with my kids, or I'm going to go to a concert, where actually you should have been focusing on that 8th house stuff.
Yeah. And if I look at my moon, which is Scorpio, like Donna's sun, and you can see, even though we've got different ascendants, different time zones, different places, it's still Scorpio is still in the 10th house. So again, if I'm reading my moon sign, it's telling me it's 10th house matters, but it's not, it's 8th house. And if I look at the Capricorn, it actually puts it in the 8th house, which matches up with what's actually happening.
With where everything is.
And if you don't know where to get your ascendant details, Donna is more than happy to help you. You can email her at donnabarconsulting@gmail.com. I have some things on my website. If you go to astrology.scullywag.com, you scroll down the page, there's a section there. You can go in, put in your details and generate your natal chart, and it will tell you your ascendant and all the planets and all that. Or if you want a email copy sent to you, you can sign up for the newsletter, or you can go to astro.com, which is frankly fantastic, and find out there.
Great.
Mm.
Sounds wonderful. Hopefully you guys have all got the picture of why it is so important to make sure that you get your ascendant time as opposed to reading a moon or a sun.
Yeah, unless your moon and or your sun is the same as your ascendant, it's kind of leading you completely astray. It's like, this is what's happening. It's new beginnings for a new moon, but it's, you know, it's not telling you what area of your life that it's happening in. So Donna, where can people find you?
You can get a hold of me at my website, www.donnabastrology.com, or you can email me at donnabarconsulting.com or at gmail.com, sorry. And where can people get a hold of you? What are you doing?
I'm doing, what am I doing? I am doing natal readings. I'm doing year ahead and relationship readings, and I'm at astrology.scullywag.com. And I'm on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And Donna, what are you doing? What services are you offering?
My services that I offer are natal astrology as well as electional horary, and I also do crystal work. So I do supportive care with crystals.
Yeah, I was having a peek at your website the other day, actually, and I see that you even offer tarot.
I do. I do.
Yeah, and horary for incredibly good prices too. So check it out before she puts the prices up.
Well, I still have more studying. I've enrolled in a new class, so.
Okay,
yeah.
well, thank you for listening. And we certainly hope it helps you. And like we said, if you've got problems or you've got questions, just, you know, put it in there or maybe email us. You can email Donna directly. She gave you the email address, or you can, at the Astrobabble website, you can send us an email, and, you know, if we can help you, we certainly will. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.